Okay, so you have navigated to your Google Classroom page, and you can see our first assignment is Welcome to Building Better Bulldogs and figuring out how to get to know each other. And we're going to take that lesson eventually and figure out, based on characteristics about us that are similar and different, how that affects our behavior. But that's on down the road a little bit. So to start with, you are going to create a VoiceThread account. All you have to do is click this link, and it will take you to register. And at this point, you can type in your name, first name, last name, email. Right here, I want you to make sure you use your email address for school. Remember, that is your last name, first initial, at ksdr1.net. Re-enter that email, a password that you will remember, and re-enter your password. And then you click I'm a robot and hit register. And that's all there is for that, to take care of that part of it. Then we are going to, let's see if I can get out of this screen now. Okay, so we've already registered. So as I scroll down, step 2 in this is to go ahead and watch this video. There's also instructions below that are written when you click on this link that will take you and show you, we'll just play the video and show you exactly how we add a comment in our VoiceThread.
If you're on a computer, you'll have 5.
So as I scroll down here, you can also see and click exactly on the link that you want. We are going to do a video from a webcam. So that's going to be the option after you're going to click the plus button to add a comment, then video from webcam, and it will guide you right through it. It's really pretty simple to do. So I don't think you'll have any trouble with that. So coming down to our next step, and again, if you have any trouble, you can go back to that spot to see how to do this. Okay, so that takes us to the end of that. Then we're going to scroll down. Step 2 is going to be to add a comment, which is your introduction to the VoiceThread below. Your introduction should be a video file, which we use the webcam prop. We just talked about that, and should include your name and at least 5 things about you that others do not know. Please do not say I have blonde hair, or that I'm short, or if you're a great basketball star and we already know that, don't tell us that. We're looking for other things that are things that we don't know that affect who you are. And I'll talk a little bit, I'll give you some examples as we go a little bit later, but it might be who's in your household, who lives with you, what kinds of things do you do after school, do you have a lot of responsibilities, do you live on a farm and have to take care of animals and do chores and things like that. That impacts who you are and how you process things, and so those are the kinds of things that we're going to want to look at. You want to make sure you have your name and at least 5 things about you, okay, like we just said. So all you have to do this is you're going to go to click on this link, and it's going to take you right to the VoiceThread.
Hi, great to have you guys.
Okay, so you've already finished making your recording and done your introduction. You can go and listen to my VoiceThread in there for an idea of what I'm wanting you to talk about. Then after your peers have finished their recording their introduction, so this is going to take a few minutes for everybody to do. After people have finished doing their introductions, then I want you to go back and I want you to listen. You have an assigned partner, so you're going to listen specifically to your partner's VoiceThread, and you're going to be thinking about things that are very much similar to you and things that are very much different. And that's where our project is going to come. So after we've listened to that, then we are going to click on this drawing right here. Click on this link. And sorry, I have to put my password in. Okay, and at this point, it's going to say, would you like to make a copy of Venn diagram template number 2? You're going to click make a copy, and you're going to get your template. So at this point, you can do everything within this, and it's going to be your document. The first thing I want you to do is to come up here to share. Right now, it's set to private only to me, and we are going to share it with your partner, and you have your partner's email address. And in addition to that, you are going to share it with your instructor. This would be your Core Apps teacher. For right now, you can use my address, and that's my school address, and I'm going to hit send so that I can share that. Okay, so now that is shared. Now, here's where you're going to start working. First thing is we are going to take and just, and I'm going to go ahead and change the font size on this. Just, well, this will be okay. I'm going to put my name in, race name, put in Dodd. And this over here, I'm going to use, just to use an example, I'm going to use Mr. Heil, who's the other band teacher here. Okay, so got that. Then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to talk about things that are unique just to me. And first thing, again, I'm going to change the font just so I don't have to mess with margins. Okay, so example 1, and I'm not going to do all these. I'll let you guys work on this yourself. Example 1, unique to me. I was raised by a single mom. So, grew up with mom. Okay. So, Mr. Heil, again, I'll go over here and change my font. I'll do that right here so that we're just done with that. Okay, Mr. Heil grew up in a small town. See, things that we have in common. First thing is we both were music majors. We both attended Northwest Missouri State for our undergraduate degrees. I'm going to abbreviate it. It's not really abbreviated. I'll just write Northwest. Okay. So now I've listened to both of our, I've listened to his introduction, I've listened to my introduction. We're both kind of typing on this. We've kind of run out of things to say. So I'm going to go up here to open comments, and I'm going to hit add a comment, and you guys know how to do this. Hey, any other ideas? And at that point, he can come back, because we're both working on this document at the same time, he can come back and do this. One thing I want you to make sure that you are careful about is I want these to be things that, again, that people don't know. So if I would come over here and do blonde hair, that would not be a good example. That doesn't affect my behavior. It's something that everybody already knows. That is not what we're after. That is not what we're after at all. Now, you might still have something about being, if somebody's extremely athletic, you might use that because that may influence their time after school, their priorities, things like that. So I hope that gives you a good idea of what we're looking for. And I hope you guys get to know one of your classmates and have a great time doing this project.